Hey buddies, it's your girl AyChristene, and today we are checking out an MSA video. The first one I checked out was yesterday during a stream, and that video is actually coming out later because it's got to get edited. However, this will be our second MSA video. If you were at the stream yesterday on Twitch, shout out to you. Thank you so much for coming through. We're about to embark on another journey. This is I Am So in Trouble, I Don't Know What to Do by MSA, previously My Story Animated. We're gonna see what's in store. Link for this video is in the description box below for you to check out. Now let's get started.
I'm Zara, and this is my story. Please like and subscribe. I was born in a small town in Lebanon to parents who were literally God's angels. Both of them were doctors who worked with a charity organization and treated most patients for free. So obviously we weren't rich, but we were happy. My parents' kindness rubbed off on me too, and even as a small kid, I couldn't see anyone miserable. But soon after I turned 14, my whole life changed. My parents had gone to Syria as part of a medical team, and a few days later, they were reported missing. I can't tell the difference between.
As
search teams still looked for them, I was sent to live with my aunt and cousin in Turkey. Aunt Rabia was extremely wealthy, and she lived in a huge mansion
I
with her
couldn't tell the
daughter,
difference
Amel.
between the mom and the daughter.
Aunt welcomed me warmly and showed me around the house.
That's
there were
nice.
beautiful decorative items in every corner. Oh wow, this vase is so pretty. That's Amel's choice. We bought it in Paris last year. You've seen the Eiffel Tower? I've heard it's gorgeous. I suddenly stumbled backwards and knocked the vase off the table. And it shattered into pieces.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my
It's all
gosh.
right. I'll just call someone to clean up the mess. And we'll see the rest of the house later, okay? Gosh, why was I so clumsy? At dinner, I tried to be extra careful not to drop
toast
anything.
And fries?
And Aunt noticed my nervousness. Are you still thinking about those vases? Don't worry about it.
Is she eating strawberries and onions?
But just in case Amel says something, don't take it too seriously, okay?
What is she gonna say?
Well, her heart's in the right place, but she just has
she gonna say
a different way of expressing her feelings. Just know that we're both very happy to have you here. I wasn't quite sure what Aunt meant, and I was quite curious to meet this mysterious Amel now. Aunt had to leave when she had an important call during dinner, and as I cleared up the plates, a group of laughing girls barged in. One of them spotted me and said, "Hey, you, go get something to drink for me and my friends." This girl must be Amel. "Hi, I'm Zara, and I didn't ask for your name, did I? Just go get me a Coke and an iced tea and a coffee. You know where the kitchen is, right?"
Tell her
I
that
nodded and returned soon with the girls' drinks. And no one even said thank you, which felt odd to me. Just then, one of Amel's friends accidentally knocked over her glass, spilling her drink on the table. Amel snapped her fingers at me, and I wiped up the mess and left. Later, as I was...
Okay. Here we go. I understand difficult situations. I understand uncomfortable situations, but y'all need to take a second, bruh. Take a second. Tell her you ain't a maid here. I'm not a maid here. I'm your cousin. You know where the kitchen is. You was born here. Walk out the room. Call it a day.
Watching TV in the lounge, Amel walked in alone, and she suddenly looked livid. "I know you're new, but are you crazy? You're a maid here, not a guest." "Actually, I'm not the maid. I'm your cousin, Zara." Amel looked taken aback. "So why were you acting like a maid before?"
Yeah, why didn't you tell her
I wasn't. You just asked me for something, so I did it. But why? Are you some kind of moron who just does everything she's told?
Yikes.
No, but you're my cousin, and I didn't mind helping you out. She just stared at my face, then started laughing and walked off.
Rude.
One day, Aunt was telling me about how she'd started her skincare company alone, and now it was $1 million business. I was really impressed. "I want to take my brand global, and I'm looking for someone to model the new range." "But you're so gorgeous yourself, Aunt. You should be the face of your products." Jeez. "Yeah, she's letting you stay in her home, but there's no need to be such a suck-up."
Yeah,
no, I'm
cousin
serious. Aunt
the cousin is kind of ratchet.
And you take after her, you know. As if. I guess Mom hasn't told you her little secret yet.
What's
and
the
suddenly,
secret?
She leapt forward and grabbed Aunt's hair. I thought she was going to hurt her, But then Aunt Rabia's hair came off. It was a wig, and she was completely bald.
I'm
Aunt
sorry.
looked really embarrassed, and I was shocked beyond words. But Amel just laughed and walked off singing. Mom is a baldy. Mom is a baldy.
Dropped the wig?
Aunt quickly tried to put her wig back on, but I stopped her. Amel shouldn't have done that.
Right,
but
she shouldn't have.
You're stunning, even without your wig. Oh, Zara, you don't have to say that. I lost all my hair due to alopecia a year ago, and I know I look like a freak.
No, but
you
hold on now. I'm all for gentler parenting, okay? But not when your child's being a D-bag. The fact that your kid was like, hey, and took the wig up off your head and threw it on the ground and laughed, a broom, a swift shove, them fighting words right there. And she's grown. You could fight your grown child if they do an ish like this. That's what I believe.
You look strong and beautiful.
This is beyond gentler parenting.
Like a superhsuperhero straight out of a Marvel movie.
She was too grown for that.
It really suits you. You really
a Marvel
think
movie?
So?
When did this movie come out? When did this supposedly happen?
I felt a little out of place, but I decided I'd just focus on my studies. One day, I was having lunch outside in the schoolyard when a football came flying out of nowhere and hit a young boy playing close to me, knocking him down. I immediately helped him to his feet, then took him to the bathroom and got him cleaned up. Are you feeling okay? Yeah, I'm fine. But wait, my iPod. I can't find it. It must have fallen down somewhere. Don't worry, I'll help you look.
Here they go with their Marvel music in the background.
But when I found it, it was completely smashed, like someone had stepped on it. The boy was about to burst into tears, and I quickly said,
hopefully it just cracked.
Don't cry.
From the fall and that no one
How
actually
about
did.
I give you mine? Really?
That's a lot,
Is your
lady.
mom gonna be okay with that?
That's a lot, lady.
I'm pretty sure my mom won't mind. There, it's all yours. Thank you so much.
That's
You're
a lot,
awesome.
lady.
Suddenly, someone behind me
You didn't
spoke.
even like
Wow, awesome indeed.
I turned around
try
to see
to
a tall, handsome
clear it.
boy holding a football.
Or
I'm
reset
sorry.
it.
That was my football that hit him. Kicked it a little too hard.
I think you should be saying sorry to him, not me. But the little boy was already skipping away with my iPod.
Yeah, because he just got a new iPad.
I guess I owe
or
you an
iPod.
Why'd you give yours away anyway?
Hold on. Were Marvel movies out when there were iPods? I just found the biggest, huge hole in this story. And listen, I know people are like these things ain't real. And listen, I believe y'all. This is just fake. When iPods were out, were Marvel movies out when iPods were out? Let me know. I could be, but for you to be like, oh, like a Marvel movie, like the height of Marvel movies. I don't know if there were iPods out, but I could be wrong. Let me know. But this video is definitely, this story is definitely fake. This is definitely a fake story, but
because it's just an iPod, and look how happy he is. He was about to say something when suddenly Amel appeared and threw her arms around his neck.
Oh no!
There you are, babe. I see you've already met my cousin. And Zara, this is my fiancé, Murad.
Fiancé?
Oh, you two are cousins?
Yes. Remember I told you about
So they're not
the
even in
orphan
high
cousin
school.
from Libya that we took in? You know how big-hearted Mom is. It's Lebanon, and I'm not an orphan. My parents will be back soon. But yes, my aunt is generous and amazing. And with that, I walked away. A few days later, Aunt was hosting a dinner for Murad and his parents. Everything seemed to be going smoothly.
So she's old enough to be a fiancé?
They had sunk in, and Amel called for the cook. Did you expect me and my guests to have this soup for dessert? I know you're not the brightest, but how stupid do you have to be to mess it up?
Why does the mom let her talk to people
Amel,
like that?
That's enough, honey. You can go now. I felt furious.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell Amel off so badly, but I didn't want to create a scene. Later that evening, as we all sat in the living room, Murad suddenly turned to me and said,
I've noticed that you're always wearing this big watch. It seems too heavy for your wrist.
Oh, yeah.
That seems like a regular
it's my
observation.
dad's.
Here's the
Mom
Marvel
gave
music
it to
again.
him for his birthday, and, well, I've just borrowed it till they get back home. Zara, could you please not talk about your parents? It's just uncomfortable. It's not
he
uncomfortable
asked me about
for
the
me
watch.
to talk about them.
Right.
Yes, but
It's
it
not.
makes other people feel weird. No one wants to talk about depressing stuff.
Okay. I'm tired. Listen. I'm tired of people allowing people to just run over and take over and take over certain situations. And she's just slap this. I'm trying to use my words nicely.
I felt angry tears stinging my eyes, and I quickly excused myself and went out to the garden. I found the poor cook crying outside, and I consoled her as best as I could. As she walked away, I turned to find Murad behind me.
Your cook seemed really upset.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe Amel was a bit harsh.
Yes, she was.
I guess you have to deal with servants a certain way.
No, you don't.
A
There's
certain
people.
way?
They're people.
The only way to
They're
deal
people.
with anyone is with respect.
Yes, but she made a mistake, and Amel had to tell her.
Not in
like
front
that.
of everyone, and
Not
not
like
like that.
Right.
And the cook is only human.
Right.
Her son is
They're gonna
really
make
unwell,
mistakes.
and she's worried. And
Yeah.
even then, she prepared a whole feast for us.
Do you know everything about all the servants?
I do talk to them, don't you?
Sure, to give instructions, but nothing about their personal lives.
They live in your house and serve you every day. And you don't
He's
care to know
clueless.
anything about them?
He's clueless.
Wait, are you saying I'm arrogant?
Well, yes.
Oh.
Yes, I am.
So you have bravery here, but you don't say anything
But
to...
suddenly, he
to
gently
the-
grabbed my wrist.
Oh, no. He's
Amel
gonna kiss
shouldn't
her.
have said that about your parents.
Is he gonna
I'm
kiss
sorry.
her?
And I'm sure they'll be found soon.
Me too.
Okay, he's
And
gonna like her.
Thank you. And then
She
I
has the
left.
bravery here, but she
The
didn't stand
next
under her
evening,
cousin.
when I went to the kitchen, the cook seemed to be in a really good mood, and
That's
she
good.
told me that Murad had offered to fully pay for her son's treatment.
Oh,
I guess
that's
he
nice.
wasn't so bad after all. A few weeks later, I was walking out of a cafe in town when I walked straight into someone. Murad. A
Oh, dear.
small velvet box fell at my feet, and we both
Okay.
quickly bent down to pick it up,
Oh.
and ended up bumping our heads really hard. Then we both burst out laughing and sat down on a bench.
Gosh.
I just picked out a ring for Amel. You know, we have our engagement party in 2 weeks. What do you
Did
think?
He opened the box to reveal a
I
diamond
thought they were
ring.
already engaged.
I'm sure she'll
Or
love
fiance.
it.
But I
You know.
asked what you think.
It's lovely. I'm just the wrong person to ask about diamonds.
Well, what kind of ring would you want?
Why you
if
asking?
you were
You
getting
asking all
married?
these questions.
I've
You asking all
never
these
thought
questions.
about it. And I haven't thought about marriage either. But if it ever happens, I just hope I'm as happy as my parents. And they've never had anything fancy, so I don't think that stuff matters. Murad looked at me with a strange expression. And for some
'cause he's
reason,
used to rich
it made
people?
my heart flutter.
You're nothing like your cousin Zara.
No,
In fact, you're
listen.
unlike any girl I know.
Just then,
Don't
a
do
few
it.
raindrops fell on us.
Don't do it.
And Murad said he'd
Nope.
drive me home.
No,
Nope.
don't do it.
I'm walking. It'll
Thank
be
you.
fun.
But
Thank
you'll
you.
get wet.
Exactly. When was the last time you walked in the rain, Murad?
Go ahead.
Never.
Of course,
That's
they're gonna.
just sad. It
It's-
won't kill you, I promise.
Okay, first of all, it's not sad if you don't want to walk in the rain. It's you don't want to get wet. You don't have to get wet. Secondly, don't walk with him in the rain. He buying an engagement ring for your cousin. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
I started walking, and he joined me.
Mm-mm.
And then it started raining really hard. And he took off his jacket and put it over my head as we ran for cover, laughing like kids. When it slowed down a
Nice.
bit, Murad walked me home. And I asked him if he'd like to come in and see Amel.
No. I should be heading home. But thank you, Zara. I haven't laughed this much in ages.
He walks with you in the rain, but don't want to come in to see his fiance.
You're something else.
He smiled, and my heart was fluttering again. I went in, trying to push away that stupid feeling. But just as I was about to walk
And
into
you're
my
wearing
room, someone pushed me
jacket.
hard.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
Amel. What were you doing with Murad, you witch? Hey, can you calm down? We just bumped into each other and he walked me home. Oh, wait a second. Is that Murad's jacket you're wearing?
It is.
Suddenly, I
It
realized
is.
that he draped it around my shoulders, and I'd forgotten to return it.
Mm.
Look, it started raining, and he was just being nice.
Mm.
Listen to me loud and clear, Zara. He's my fiance, and I don't want you hanging out with him. I didn't plan it, Amel. I'll just stay away from him. You don't
Yeah.
need to feel so insecure. Suddenly, she pounced at me and snatched the jacket away.
All
Why
right,
would
all right.
you make me feel insecure? You're just a poor orphan living on
No,
our
clearly
charity.
you're insecure.
Someone like him would never even think about someone
The
like you.
lengths of how you have to
And
say this
neither
shows
would
your
I.
insecurity.
But if you call me a poor orphan one more time, Amel,
What
I
you gonna do?
might just punch your face.
You should
and
just
with
do
that,
it.
I pushed her out of my room and slammed
Thank
the
you.
door shut. I was getting sick of her. After that, I completely avoided Murad in school or anytime he visited Amel at home. He was her fiancé, and it was best for me to stay away from him.
Yes, it was.
The engagement party was being hosted by Aunt, and the whole house was buzzing with excitement.
Auntie?
But just as they were about to exchange rings, Murad suddenly stopped and looked up at her.
Amel, I can't do this. I can't get engaged to you.
Oh.
What? What do you mean?
Wait,
I'm
exchange
really sorry.
rings?
I tried, but
maybe it's culturally different. Exchanging rings, wouldn't one person give the ring, But I mean, they're in a different country, so maybe things are different.
I just can't convince
or
myself
the story just
to
don't
go
make no
through with
sense.
this. It isn't fair to us both.
What are you talking about, Murad?
I'm in love with someone else, and it's not you.
It ain't
I'm sorry.
you.
Murad left the room, and everyone just stood there, speechless with shock.
We know
Amel
who he
burst
in love
into
with.
tears and ran off to her room. What had just happened? Aunt Rabia looked really upset. An hour later, when I went up to my room, I was shocked to see that the whole place was trashed, and Amel was standing in a corner, holding Dad's watch.
Yikes.
Amel, have you lost your mind? And what are you doing with my watch? I was waiting for you to come so I could show you.
Oh my
and with
goodness.
that, she put my watch on a table and smashed it with a hammer. Oh my God, no! What did you do? That was my dad's. How could you? Well, I don't think he's coming back for it. And suddenly, I snapped.
Go ahead.
I leapt forward and grabbed her hair, and
Yes.
we broke into a huge fight. Moments
like
later,
that.
Aunt walked in and pulled us apart. What's gotten into you two? She stole my fiancé. She's a snake, Mom. I don't know what you're talking about, you
She
psycho.
didn't steal him.
Aunt took Amel away, and I climbed into my bed and cried for what seemed like hours. The
Were you
next day,
watching
Aunt came
MSA
into my
during the
room
time?
with a really serious face.
What?
Zara, I'm sending you away to live with my cousin in another city, and you'll be attending school there. I'll pay
You
for
idiot.
everything, of course.
I stared
You
at
are
her
an
face,
idiot.
feeling a bit heartbroken.
Yeah, the
I
mom's
loved
an
my
idiot.
aunt, and I didn't want to be away from her. I wish you would believe
You need
me
to
that
deal with
this
your daughter.
isn't my fault, Aunt Rabia.
I do believe you, but I have to take care of my daughter, and I don't think it's a good idea for you two to be around each other.
You taking care of your daughter is you stepping up and putting her in her place instead of letting her run rampant. I don't shame mothers, right? And I don't shame her. You did the best that you could, but you've got to understand in this situation that your daughter needs to be course corrected. If you could talk to her and not be her, okay. But whatever you have to do to course correct your adult daughter or old enough daughter in this case, because it's not like she a toddler doing all this stuff and you're like, okay, you got to teach her, you got to learn. That chick is evil and she need to be dealt with. You got to take care of it.
Other. I hope you'll understand.
I left to stay with Aunt's cousin the next day. I missed her a lot, but her cousin was kind too. And I soon settled into my new school and tried to forget about my life before. But I never gave up hope that my parents would be found one day.
Oh, I forgot her
I
parents are
worked
still
hard for a
missing.
scholarship and got into a good university. One day, as I was walking out of university, a gust of wind suddenly blew some papers out of my hand.
Murad,
And as I ran after them, I tripped and was about to fall face forward when someone caught me.
I got you. And your papers, too.
Yeah,
I
of
looked
course.
up in
Murad.
complete shock. It was Murad. What are you doing here?
What in the world?
Obviously looking for you.
But why, Murad?
Oh, yeah, why
you
are you
don't
looking
know how difficult you made things for me.
I know, and I'm really sorry. When I found out you left, I knew there was no use coming after you, because you'd never make your aunt or Amel unhappy. And I went away myself, trying to
you
forget
left.
you, but I just couldn't. You somehow
That
changed
time
me,
in the
Zara.
rain?
I don't want to just settle for something ordinary anymore.
Ordinary?
I wanna be
That
with someone
other
who makes
chick
me
is
happy, who makes me better.
something else,
I'm
but she
in
ain't
love
ordinary.
with you. Maybe since the first time I met you.
It was the sweetest thing I'd ever heard, and my eyes welled up.
No.
I never really stopped thinking about you either, Murad. But
Ay.
I don't think we can be together. My aunt would be convinced that I broke you and Amel up, and she'd
You ain't
hate
living
me.
with the
That's
aunt anyways.
another
but-
reason why I'm here. Your aunt's been sick for a while, and
Really?
I think she'd really like to see you. There's
The aunt is
something she
sick?
wants to tell you.
I immediately
What?
dropped
What
everything
happened?
and went to see Aunt Rabia. And I was shocked to find her so weak. Why didn't
Yeah,
you
what's
tell
going
me
on?
you were sick, Aunt? Who's been taking care of you? Where's Amel? Amel got married to a rich, much older guy some months ago, and she left. She hasn't visited me since. Well, I'm here now.
Tarotted evil
tearfully
child.
took my hands. My darling Zara, I'm sorry that I ever sent you away from me. I was angry then, but I don't blame Murad for falling for you. You're the best person I know, and you have my blessing to be with him. You deserve every bit of...
Why when you was sick, you like, hey, I'm gonna give you my blessing? Hello, let's catch up. Let's talk about things. How you even know that I even want to be with Murad? This is the most random freaking thing to say while you dying, gasping for breath. You have my blessing. Go and be with Murad. Bish, where?
Of happiness. I hugged Aunt tight, and then she said something that shook my world. There's something else, but I had to be absolutely sure before I could tell you. I got a call from an agency in Syria that had been trying to reach you. Zara, your parents have been found.
Oh, that's good.
I spoke to them myself, and they're flying in tomorrow.
That's good.
I just couldn't stop the tears from flowing.
That's good. Her parents is back.
It sounded unbelievable, but I'd never, ever lost hope.
That's good.
I left Aunt to rest and found Murad waiting outside. You knew about my parents?
I did, but I had to let your aunt be the one to tell you.
How did he know?
I can't wait to see them again.
Why did he know?
And introduce them to you.
I'm so happy for you, Zara.
Why are we
looks
introducing
like
the
it's gonna
parents to
rain.
him?
Let's go for a walk, shall we?
I'd really love that.
What? And okay. Why are we introducing the parents to Murad? Tarotted story. And why are let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I roll. That's how I feel about this video. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, because I just feel like this is just let me know your thoughts. If you like the video, check out the link in the description box below. Love you guys as always. And until next time, buddies. Toodles.